At 2:13 a.m., the ER doors burst open, and chaos followed. Blood, screams, sirens fading. Another gunshot victim, another mother crying. Another night. And in the center of it all, Nurse Amara Khan, calm, focused, and fearless. She worked the night shift for the last 7 years at Mercy General Hospital, a place where sleep was a luxury and survival was a race against time. Amara wasn't just a nurse, she was the nurse. The one doctors trusted with their most unstable patients. The one who could calm a frightened child, stabilize a critical trauma, and hold a dying hand, sometimes all within an hour. But no one saw what happened when her shift ended. At 7:03 a.m., while the world woke up, Amara walked silently to her small one-bedroom apartment. Her uniform soaked in pain and adrenaline. Her heart full, yet empty. Her hands steady, yet trembling from what they carried each night. She'd close the door, lock it, and fall apart alone. No one knew that behind her confident smile was a woman who hadn't visited her family in over 2 years. A woman who hadn't taken a day off since the pandemic. A woman who sometimes stood in the shower with her eyes closed, just to feel again, to breathe, until one night, her body gave up. It started with dizziness. Then, blackouts. She ignored it. "I'm just tired," she told herself. But the truth was, Amara hadn't been eating properly, sleeping regularly, or even drinking enough water. She gave all she had to others, and left nothing for herself. And the universe noticed. One night, during a high-speed crash trauma, she collapsed in the hallway. The very R she once ruled as a savior now saw her as a patient. Panic ensued. Her colleagues rushed to her side. For drips, monitors, blood tests, CT scans. And then came the diagnosis that no one expected. Stage 2 cardiac arrhythmia, triggered by chronic stress and extreme fatigue. The nurse who saved hundreds of lives hadn't noticed she was losing her own. Amara was forced on a medical leave. At first, she resisted. "There are people depending on me," she cried. But her supervisor, Dr. Leena Patel, held her hand and said gently, "You matter too, Amara. Let us carry you for once." So began her most difficult journey, healing herself. Amara spent weeks learning to slow down, to listen to her own heartbeat, to sit in silence without needing to save someone. It was excruciating. Loneliness clawed at her in ways trauma never did. But so did something else, reflection. One day, during a counseling session, she admitted, "I think I forgot that I'm human too." And the counselor said something that stayed with her forever. Compassion without boundaries is self-destruction. It hit her like a defibrillator to the soul. Over time, she began writing in a journal. Simple things at first: what she ate, what she felt, what she needed. She took walks in the park, called her mother for the first time in months, took a vacation to the coast, watched the sunrise without feeling guilt. She found pieces of herself she didn't know she'd lost. And when she finally returned to the hospital months later, something had changed. She wasn't just back. She was better, stronger, wiser, kinder to herself. Now, she still saved lives every night. But she no longer forgot her own. She created a peer support group for nurses battling burnout, started advocating for mental health in the workplace, became a mentor to younger nurses, reminding them gently, "You cannot pour from an empty cup." And tonight, at 3:14 a.m., a new nurse sat silently in the staff lounge, hands shaking after her first code blue. Amara sat beside her, passed her a cup of tea, and whispered the words that once saved her. "Breathe. You did your best. And you matter too. Because sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is to let someone hold you." Message. This story is a reminder that even the most selfless hearts need care. That healers, too, can be hurting. And that true strength lies not just in saving others, but in saving yourself. So to the silent warriors working through the night, this is your sign to pause, to breathe, to remember. You deserve the love you give so freely.